Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Fxtch here, back with a brand new YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how you can stop getting nervous within Fortnite and gain confidence just generally when you're playing the game, so you can basically just play better. Like, if you have confidence, you're going to be the better player, and it's hard to have that confidence. It's hard not to be nervous, and in this video, I'm going to help you with that. Now, if you guys go ahead to enjoy the video, the least you can do for me is drop a like. You know, it takes 2 seconds, really to support the channel, it helps the video push out to further people, and it's kind of the least you can do. Just simply, it's free, you know, just press that thumbs up button. Like, if I help you out in any way, shape or form, just, it'd mean a lot. You can also go the extra mile and subscribe to the channel. You know, we have actually just hit 60,000 subscribers. That is insane. I don't want to go sobby and fake on you guys. Like, I know it sounds really cliche, but it generally does mean the world to me. Like, to actually be in this position and be growing on YouTube, it just means the most. Like, this was always a goal and a dream of mine, and to now already be at 60,000 subscribers, it took 2 years of generally hard work, and it's mind-blowing to me. I really do want to thank you guys. You know, I appreciate every single one of you who watch all of my content. I do see you guys commenting, and it means the most. But you know, now we're on to bigger things. Now we're aiming even higher. We're trying to get the silver play button, and we're actually aiming now for 75,000 subscribers. And when I hit that, I will be doing a face reveal. I haven't really mentioned this in the video yet, but you've heard it here first. 75,000 subscribers, and I'll do a face reveal. So hopping straight into this, we're not going to beat around the bush, you know, we're trying to keep the video shorter now, more straight to the point. So yeah, we're just going to get straight into the good stuff. And the first tip to actually getting confident and kind of cutting out this nervousness will be to treat getting nervous differently. Like, you're always going to get nervous, like no matter what, when you're maybe like the zone is closing in, it's getting late game, or maybe you get pushed out of nowhere, you're not actually ready or mentally prepared to take that fight, and you're low on health. Maybe they hit like a really hard max damage of like, I don't know, 150. They take you for like 150 and you are in shambles. You have no heals, nothing, and you're just not really in a good position to take the fight. And at that point, you're probably nervous, right? You're probably sweating a little bit, your palms are sweaty, you're shaking, and you're kind of just like, at this point, you've pretty got a really negative mindset. You're like, okay, I've been tagged hard, I've got no heals, I'm kind of nervous right now, I'm probably not winning this fight. Now, that is the wrong thing to do. The main issue with nervousness is just how people treat it. So when you get nervous, you usually think of that as in like, okay, I'm nervous, I'm in a shocked or like shaky state of mind. Like, it isn't a good thing. Usually when you're nervous, you're like, that's panic mode. It's like you trigger the fight or flight response and you're just in ultimate panic mode. Now, that is, I mean, it's kind of a natural feeling to feel that way, but you also need to not think about it negatively. So when you get nervous, you can't think like, this is it, I'm nervous, it's all over, I can't think straight. You need to actually force your mind to think straight. I know it sounds stupid, easier said than done, but if you get nervous, you need to kind of make that feel more like excitement, because that's really what it is. Like, when you're getting nervous, it's like containing all these feelings, and it morally can be a form of excitement. It's best to treat it that way, so then it's more of a positive thing rather than a negative thing. And obviously when you're nervous, that's when you get adrenaline and all that build up, and this can actually be put into your playstyle and help you perform well. Like, I really do feel like this quote is true, but pressure makes diamonds. I've heard this quote, I don't even know whose quote this is, but this is such a true quote. Like, when you're under pressure, I know sometimes obviously you cannot perform well, but for the most part you will perform better because you almost feel like you have to. Like, when you're in them pressured and nervous situations where literally the world is against you, you sometimes perform absolutely insane. But if you're letting these negative feelings get to you, you're thinking, okay, I'm nervous, that's it, I'm in a bad position, you have a negative mindset, it just won't work. You need to use this nervousness, this nervous feeling, and make it more into an exciting thing and like positive energy. That's what you need it to be. Positive energy, let that drive you to success and win these fights. Stop getting nervous and dying because you're scared. Like, you need to play confident and win these fights. And now moving on to my second tip, you know, it kind of links to what I just previously said. It isn't easy to do. So like, when you're nervous, you're naturally going to feel somewhat scared. Like, that's kind of the feeling you get. You're shaky, you're sweating, you're basically just scared. For example, pro players, when they're pushing someone, they're like, oh my god, you're nervous, you're nervous. Like, they do it to like play mind games, right? They want them to be nervous, and if they are generally nervous, when they're saying this, it's like, damn, like, I'm actually nervous, I'm in a bad position right now. When they say that, it's like, you can't really perform well when you're nervous. But I completely disagree with that. It depends how you react to being nervous. Again, like, a lot of people think nervousness is just completely a bad thing, like it's completely normal. I've said this about 1,000 times this video, but it's a natural and normal thing, and it needs to be treated that way rather than being treated almost like a phobia. Because you're actually scared of being nervous, it puts you out of your comfort zone, and that's where it kind of becomes an issue. And of course, as again, it is a natural thing, you actually kind of have to learn to control this in different ways. Like, as I've already said, just think about it more positively and don't think it's the end of things when you start getting this feeling, but also attempt to just get rid of it, because if it's not there at all, you generally will be more of a confident player because you haven't got that feeling to think about. So what you can do is take deep breaths, right? The second you get this feeling, just take a deep breath, let your mind at ease, right? Just think think positive things, let out a deep breath and just think, okay, I need to compose myself here. I'm in this situation where I'm kind of getting shaky and scared here. You need to recognize that, and the quicker you recognize it, the quicker you calm yourself down, because it's super easy. As simple as just taking your breath and moving your mind to a different area, or just allowing yourself to actually focus on the situation at hand, that can help a great deal. And also kind of moving on here, but you know, not really. It's kind of like this video all somewhat links together, and this is also about channeling your thoughts and actually kind of changing that nervous feeling to something else. And it's kind of a similar thing to what I've already mentioned, but you know, when you're getting nervous, it's probably because you're already tiptoeing around and you're generally just scared as is. So you're coming into a Fortnite game, you're loading into a game, and you're running around in an arena like already scared. You're scared of the other players, you're scared of getting shot, you're scared of someone being better than you, you're playing like an absolute B word. I can't say that on YouTube because I don't want to get demonetized, but you're playing like a B word, okay? And all it's doing is opening yourself up to being nervous when someone pushes you. So when someone pushes you, you're just gonna think, oh, this guy's better than me, he's probably better than me anyway, like I was avoiding a fight and now he's in my box and we're in this horrible situation I never wanted to be in. You can't think like that. That is the worst thing you could do. The best thing to do would be to actually think you're better than everyone. And now there is a fine line between being generally cocky and also confident. Like there is a fine line. You don't want to be extremely full of yourself. Like I mean, I guess you can if you're on your own. So if you're like, yo, I'm the best player, this guy is a complete bot, here's an S word, ER, I can't even swear on YouTube, here's a word that Fxtch uses a lot, and yeah, I'm destroying him right now, I'm just a better player, he's so bad, like he needs to quit the game. You can say that in your head, right? Maybe not say it out loud because people are gonna think you're just like the biggest douche ever, but if you're saying that in your head, what that's doing is it's training your mind to think you're better than them, right? You're gonna think you're better, you're gonna play overall more confident, and you're not gonna be scared. The main issue with being nervous is you're generally scared in the first place, and you get this overwhelming nervous and shaky feeling, your hands start sweating and you're like, yeah, this is the end, I can't play straight because my mind is in 7 different places worrying about all these different pointless things, and that's just not what you want, right? So if you're actually thinking confident, you're thinking, you know what, I'm gonna destroy this player right now, that'll generally do wonders. And a lot of pro players do this. So Mongrel, Benji, and I mean even Fxtch, like they're known the most for trash talk, and they've said many times that although they are trash talking, there's no actual hard feelings, and it's all for confidence and to boost themselves like as a player. Like the way they feel about themselves as players, it really does help them. Like they don't actually mean what they're saying. So when Mongrel maybe fights Mr. Savage and says, oh my god, I destroyed him, this guy is the worst player in the game, he doesn't obviously mean that. Mr. Savage is an insane player, he's just boosting his confidence. And even if he, like, I don't know, let's say he's fighting again Mr. Savage, right? He hasn't killed him yet, Mr. Savage is on him, he knows it's Mr. Savage, he's gonna like hype himself up like, bro, this kid's the biggest bot I know, I'm just gonna quickly destroy him. It's gonna get rid of that nervous feeling, and he's probably gonna win the fight just because the way he's thinking, his mental. And I'm sure you guys already know this, like mentality is probably the biggest factor of Fortnite. Booger preaches this one thing a lot, and it's, yeah, mentality. It just means so much to especially pro players. If you want to perform well, you need to have a good mindset, a good positive mentality, because any negative thoughts, they just won't help, especially in a competitive environment. And now coming on to the last tip, I know this video is a bit jumbled up all over the place. I'm probably gonna get my editor to kind of dumb it down as much as possible because it feels like I'm repeating myself, but I'm just trying to, you know, drill it in. I'm trying to go in depth. These are things that are like kind of off my head that I just know 100% work. I've seen on different videos. I know a ton of pro players use these strategies, and I'm just trying to push it out to you guys and give you this knowledge because it's like really small things. Like I haven't mentioned anything too complicated in this video. Like it's literally just small pieces you're missing out of your jigsaw, and as soon as you get them in, you get them pieces into your puzzle, you're gonna become such a better player. And the last thing I'm gonna talk about is technically practice. Now I wouldn't even say it's, I mean it is practice, but I don't want to really word it as practice because you're gonna be practicing anyway in Fortnite. Whether you're doing that efficiently or not, you still are playing the game, you're gonna improve as a player. But I think the best way to get confident would be to put yourself in more nervous inducing situations. So situations which generally do make you nervous, so situations that push you out of your comfort zone, you don't want to be in. If you were in them more, the more you do uncomfortable things and things that you don't like doing or situations you don't like being in, they're gonna grow more usual to you, and they're gonna get less and less uncomfortable and more comfortable to you over time. Like the more you are generally playing against better players than you, and even if you are trying to like hype yourself up saying you're better than them, and you're getting in these bad situations, you're getting super sweaty palms, nervous, your end game isn't looking good for you, like the more you're in these situations, it's gonna become less and less common for you to actually have these overwhelming feelings. You may still have them, but they won't be as predominant. It's like stage fright. So if you get stage fright, you only really get it, I mean you do get it all the time, but for the most part you get it once, and the first time you get it will be the worst thing ever. Now I haven't really got a situation myself, but let's say you're in school and for whatever reason you have to go onto a stage or go in front of the class in front of a ton of students. Now I'm sure you've all done it, done like a presentation maybe, you're dreading it. Even if you think the best about it, you think you're the most confident person, you still have a little bit of dread about it. And even if you like speak to these people every day, you're in class, you're speaking to these same students, they're all friends and you know them, right? Even just getting up in front of them and speaking, delivering a presentation, it's going to be nerve-wracking. But once you're up there and the longer you're up there, that feeling slowly like drifts away. It just becomes more and more non-existent. And once you finish that and you've sat down, you get this feeling of relief, and you kind of just think like, damn, what was I thinking? That wasn't as scary as I thought it was, and I could probably do that again. And I think that analogy right there, that example, it really does correlate to Fortnite. It's the same stuff. The more and more you are nervous, maybe like you're playing against a good player, right? You know they're better than you, or you just think they're better than you, you're gonna be nervous. But the more and more you play against good players, you're gonna get confident and learn things from them. And that's another big thing. You learn off what they're doing, the things that they're doing to kill you, the things that they do which make you nervous. You learn them, you learn how to react to them, and then you also learn how to do them and counter them. But with that being said, that is all I have for you guys in today's video. I'm sorry if this video wasn't as impressive as you wanted it to be. I'm sure either way I actually helped you, because the reason you clicked this video is probably because you are generally nervous. And trust me, the things I've mentioned in this video, although they do not seem like the biggest things in the world, like they are very small and minimal changes. They do change your gameplay like so much. Like they will generally help. You need to habit these things. Like it's not something that will come overnight, and it's more about slowly training your mind to think differently. And once you can do that, you'll literally master the art of confidence. And although you will never not be nervous, it's definitely become a less common thing, or when you do get that feeling, it just won't feel as bad or as overwhelming, and it won't actually like fog your mind. You'll actually be able to think straight and play the game how you'd want to. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, I have to in any way, drop a like for me, subscribe to the channel, post notifications turned on. Again, 75,000 subscribers, we are dropping a face reel. I'll literally do all my videos, every single one of my videos, I'll literally use a face cam, and I'll also do face cam streams as well. And also, if you're not following my Twitch, follow that now. But I hope you guys all have an amazing day. It's been your boy Fxtch, and yeah, peace.